Detect violations is technology software for a specific operational decision. Identifies instances where process execution breaches compliance rules. This video explains what the tool does, why the workflow matters, and how the output becomes useful decision evidence. The problem is that technology teams often manage this workflow with scattered inputs, inconsistent review rules, and manual interpretation. Detect violations narrows that process into a repeatable model so teams can compare cases without rebuilding the logic each time. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Detect violations starts with a defined input contract. Typical inputs include temperature measured, voltage measured, latency measured, data rate, and maximum allowed temperature. Keeping these fields explicit reduces ambiguity and makes every run easier to audit. The workflow then applies calculate temperature violation severity as the percentage that the measured temperature exceeds the maximum allowed, clamped at 100% minimum for critical breach. Determine voltage violation status by comparing the deviation of measured voltage from 220 volt nominal against the selected tolerance percentage. Status is compliant within tolerance, warning for 10 to 15% deviation, and critical for over 15% deviation. Calculate latency compliance ratio by dividing the measured latency by the SLA maximum latency. Ratios below 1.0 indicate compliance, above 1.0 indicate violation. Calculate data rate utilization percentage by comparing the measured data rate against the license limit. Utilization over 100% indicates license violation. And calculate the overall compliance score as a weighted average of the 4 violation metrics. Weightings: temperature 40%, voltage 30%, latency 20%, data rate 10%. Each metric is first normalized to a 0-100% compliance scale. This keeps the process deterministic, reviewable, and aligned with how technology teams actually make decisions. Detect violations returns structured outputs such as overall compliance score, temperature violation severity, voltage violation status, latency compliance ratio, and data rate utilization. These outputs are designed to support review, reporting, comparison, and follow-up actions. The value of detect violations is not just automation. It is a controlled way to turn repeated technology work into a documented business process with clear inputs, transparent logic, and reusable outputs.